Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to build full MERN Stack blockchain dApp for music industry where artists can create their music on the blockchain, and we have all the latest feature which you will find on the real world application. This particular dApp is completely ready. We're going to build complex algorithm which is going to find out which is the most popular music on our platform, and that's going to highlight here in the popular section in proper order. Then we're going to attach the feature of liking a music and putting nested comment system. We also have a feature of following and unfollowing a user. You will have a feature of creating a profile, and all of this data we are storing in our backend server. We are only keeping those sensitive and important data which is required to keep into the smart contract on the blockchain. We're also going to build our own internal exchange where you can able to integrate Uniswap, buying NFT, swapping token. That's all feature you will find. We'll also have a feature where user can verify their account by paying a small fee. We'll also allow the user to buy credit and they can create their own music on our platform. There is tons of things we have in this particular project. We're going to build a complete project from start to end where you're going to master all the latest technology which you have to know as a blockchain developer. So we're going to focus on MongoDB, Express, Node.js, Next.js, React, component structure, architecture design, every single thing we're going to build in this particular project that will teach you how you can build a real world application. With that said, now let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly we're going to build and what are the page and components we have, how it looks, so you will have a proper idea before we deep dive into the development part. So this is how our application would look like. This is the home page. You can simply scroll down and you can able to see all the music uploaded by different artists, including their profiles and whether their account is verified or not. So that's the home page. The very first section we have on the left hand side, we have our side navigation bar, and this is 100% responsive as per the different screen sizes. So here you will find the home component, then we have the viral sound, then we have explore, then we have notification, then we have profile, and here we have the create. So you can click and you can create your music. Then we have the top profiles which we are highlighting here. Now on the middle section we have the global search bar, so you can literally search for any music. For example, I want to search for this music. I can type Jimmy and you will see the entire music is got filtered out, and here we got that one. So this is the global search we have included for the music. Now we have the second component is the popular music section, and this one is the dynamic section which will be get populated based on the popular music, and this popular music we are defining based on the like. You can do on the view, you can do on the comment, it's totally up to you, but the algorithm is same which we're going to build. So here we have the music. Then we have our profile section, so you can click here and here you will have all the different menus. So you will have your name, you will have your address, and here you will have the balance which you have in your wallet, and here you can see which is say no, which we'll talk about in the project that why it's no, because this user at the time of creating account use a different wallet address, but now he's connected with the different wallet address, that's why it says no. We have an ICO as well, so you can simply click on that and you can able to buy the native token of this particular platform. We also have a feature called send, so you can click and you can transfer fund to any wallet address. So that's our navigation section, and here we have different menu: profile, explore, create, and logout, which we'll talk about it. So you can simply select any music, you can select this one, you can select this one, and all the data will change real time. So here we have this information. You can click on this and you can click on this and it will work absolutely fine. You can go to the next music, you can go back here and you can simply unlike the music and you can like the music. Everything is working fine. So you can see it's 100% dynamic. You can click here and you can able to get credit. So right now this particular account has 48 credit left. If you want to buy, you can more, but right now you can see this particular account which is it's verified. So if you are not verified, you will have another option called verifying, which I will show you. Just wait. So this is what we have. Here you will find all the user which you are not following, and here you will find all the user which you are following. So if I want to unfollow this particular Shweb, I can do that very easily. I can click on follow and this data will change at the real time. I can simply follow her and this data looks fine. I can follow her and all of things which are updating at the real time. You can see, you can follow, you can unfollow. That's all looks pretty good. So this is how you can follow and unfollow. Now we have this create. You can click on this and it will take you to the create page. Here we have the music, so let's talk about it. So here we have the name. we have the time, this is the description of the music, and this is the name and the image, and you can simply check the profile of the user who created this particular music, and you can also select the music from here as well if you want to play it. And here we have the few interesting things. So right now you can see this music has no like. So if I want to click on this like, it will automatically like, and I can select it. All the data will change here as well. From here you can able to verify the transaction which done in the smart contract, and the data is registered on the blockchain. So I have deployed this particular contract on a Polygon anomaly, which is the new network introduced by Polygon. So then the contract is deployed there, and here I can put a comment on this particular one. So I can simply come back here, and right now this particular post has no comment. So I can simply give, I'll say thanks for music, and I can put a comment, and here the comment is reflecting here. If I want to like this comment, I can do that. I can click on this view all comment, and here we have all the comment. If I want to do the editing of the comment, I can simply click, and I can simply change this chain coder music, and I can simply click on this edit comment, and this data will reflect here. Right now you can see sometimes the data takes a little bit time, because these data we are also reflecting in our smart contract. So this data takes a little bit time. Now if you click on here, this time the data will reflect here. Here we have the data, because the two transaction is happening internally. You can also like this particular comment. So I have successfully liked this particular comment. So if I want to reply to this comment, I can simply click here and I can put a reply. I'll say, hey Daulat, thanks for the music. So simply click on this post, and this data will reflect here. So again, you have to wait. The process will take a little bit time, and now you can come back here, you can click, and you can click on this. Here we have that. So the data takes a little bit time because we have two transactions taking place. If you want to delete, you can do that very easily. You can click on this only you, click on that, and this will delete the message. Now if you come back here, view all, the message is not there. So this is how you can do that. So this is for the comment. You can simply like, or you can unlike. You can click, and this will take you to the test network where you can able to verify the transaction, that how much gas fee you have paid in, how much data is there in this particular transaction hash. Now come back here, and here we have this one, and this feature is very important when you are building any kind of decentralized app where you have to provide all the information what you are keeping into the smart contract. So if I click on this, it's going to open this pop-up model. Here I can able to see all the information. So this is the name, this is the user who created, this is the image, this is the token ID. Here we have the description, this is the music, this is the contract address. So you can click here, and it will take you to the test network. Here you will find all the musics have created in this particular contract. So all the transaction which you can able to check, and here you will find the details about the exclusiveness. So this is what we have. This is all the information is reflecting here. I can simply like this one, and I can unlike and like. So this is how our home page is going to look like. So this is the first section of our application. All the thing. Now I have one more thing to show you, one global search. So here we have a button, click on that, and here you will find all the artists who have created music on our platform, or who have created their account. So you can easily able to do the global filtration. So if I want to search for a Shelly, I can simply search for it, and here I got the profile. If I want to simply remove it, I want to search for Daulat, I got the profile. So this is how you can do a global search. So this is the home page of our application. Now let's come back to the next component we have called viral sound, and here you will find all the sounds got deployed recently. That's all it's going to look here. You can simply do the filtration. So I'm looking for a smoking, and here we have the two posts related to the same name. So we are doing the filtration based on the title, but you can do and implement any algorithm. If you remove, it will reflect all the posts. You will find the stats. So you will find the user who created, like the likes and the comment. That's all you will find here. Now we have the explore section. So click on this explore, and here you will find all the artists using your DAV, and they have created the account. And this is a very important data you have to provide when you are working in a decentralized platform. So from here, user can simply go and explore their feed, that what are the posts they have created. That's all you will find here. And here you will also find the popular post, the popular music, and you can able to do the filtration. So I can simply do that, and that's all will reflect here. So I can simply filter that. So this is the explore section. Then we have this notification section. Click on that, and right now I can simply subscribe to the email list, and this is a very important feature as well, because you have to collect the data so you can do marketing later. So I can simply put my email and I can simply click on submit, and the email is sent successfully to my email address. As you heard the noise that I have received the email. So this is a very important feature we have. So we have seen the notification. Now let's come back to the profile, and here we have. So you can see I have this background image, I have my profile, I have my name, and I have this verified badge because I have paid the money for getting this badge. Here you will find the stats. So there are a lot of data we have which we can include, but I'm going with this 4-1. So number of posts, number of follower, and number of following. You will find the suggesting follower. You can simply follow any follower here. I can simply click here and I can follow, and this number went up to 6. I can also edit my profile. So I can simply come back here and you can able to see all the posts which I have created in this particular music platform. That's all you will find here. I can simply select and it will reflect here. Due to copyright, I'm not playing music. So this is the music you will find here. So this is the profile section, and we have the search bar as well. You can click and you can go to the different section. Now come back to the individual profile page. So here you will have the popular profile. So you can click on this and it will take you to the creative page, and here you will have the details. So you can do exclusive search or you can go to any profile. So this is the default. So those who will not update their profile picture and the background, this is how it's going to look. This is what we have. Now let's come back to profile update, which I will show you. But before we do that, let's do one thing. Let's try to create a music. So I'll go back here. You can see this is the logo which I'm using. I can simply click on this, what's in your mind, and it will take me to the create page. Here you will find all the music which you have created your account. So you can simply do the filtration. I can do the filter and I can see the stat that what type of musics are performing well, and based on that I can create further music. So I can simply upload a new music. So I can click here, I can go to my downloads, and here this is the only music I have, so I'm going to use it and I'm going to select on. So this particular music will deploy to the IPFS. We are using Pinata as a IPFS provider, and the music is uploaded successfully. You can simply play, or you can simply click and you can do fast forward, or you can download. And from here I have to upload a cover image for the music. So I can simply click here, go back to this, go back to the one, and here we have the images for this particular music. So I going to select, this is the one I'm going to select. So again this particular will upload to the IPFS. So finally it's uploaded. Now I have to give the title and the description. So I'm going to say, hey Shami, and for the description what I just call. So I can come back to here and I'm going to receive a couple of dummy text from here. Let's come again, this starter file is given to all of you guys. So come back here, I'm going to paste here, and this is the description I have given. Now I have to click on this create. So this will check whether I have the credit or not. If I have the credit, then the transaction will take place. Otherwise the transaction will not take place. It will open a pop-up model will say to buy credit. So it's taking a little bit time, just wait. And here I got the pop-up model. I can simply click on this, and now I have to simply confirm the transaction. Once the transaction will confirm, it will register our music on a decentralized IPFS, and it will also store the information into our contract. So just wait. And finally the transaction is completed, and here you will find the music we have created. If you come back to the home, then you will find the music we have just now registered. So this is the music we have created. You can simply select this one and you can start playing. You can simply like, unlike, or you can even verify the transaction. And this is how you can create music. If I see my credit, it went down to 47 because earlier I had 48. So if I want to buy more credit, I can simply pay this much fund and it will be transferred to the owner of the contract, and I will have more credit. So now you have seen how you can create. Now I want to show you few more things. So if I click here, I can buy the native token. So right now the available ICO is 955 and my balance is this much. So I can easily able to buy couple of token. The price of one token is this much. So I can simply, I want to buy 10 token. So this much fund I have to pay if I want to buy 10 tokens. So I can click on this buy token. It's going to make a call to our smart contract and it's going to transfer the token. So here we have, I'm paying this much fund. Click on confirm and it's going to transfer the token to my wallet address from the ICO contract. So still the transaction is in pending mode. Just wait. Once the transaction will complete, the fund will be transferred to my account and the token will be transferred. and finally the token is transferred successfully. You can click here on the token and you will see it went up by 5. So I already have this much token, so it looks fine. So this is how you can buy token. Now you have already seen how you can transfer the fund. So you can click here, you can give the amount which you want to transfer. So this time I'm going to use this particular account. So click here, go back to the account 1, this much fund this particular account has. So I can simply copy this one and copy the address. Now I can come back to the account number 6 and I'm going to transfer a couple of bucks. So I can come here, I want to transfer, let's say 1, this much fund I want to transfer to that address. So I can click here and I have to simply connect this much fund I have. I can click on this send and it's going to open the MetaMask. I have to confirm the transaction, so just wait, confirm, and here it say check your MetaMask. So just wait, let's see. And here the transaction is still in pending mode, and this is very important. Sometimes we have to check the state of the transaction which you're going to learn. So here it's in the pending mode. Once the transfer of the fund will take place, the fund will be reflected in that particular wallet address, and here it's went down to 8 from 9. So we have done the transfer successfully. Looks pretty good. So this is the 2 feature. From here you can able to buy any token. You can easily able to do the swap. So you can able to explore all the tokens in the marketplace, and you can simply select that, and you can simply select the other token and you can do the transaction. If you want to take the NFT, you can do that. If you want to check the pool, you can check that. You can perform the swap. All the feature we have included. So this is the exchange. Here you will have already seen the information about the artist and the song details. We have also seen the global search, and now let's try to buy a couple of credit. So I already have this much credit, but I want to buy more. So I can click on this get credit. It's going to make 2 calls, one call to our smart contract and the other call to our backend. So this much fund I have to pay for buying 50 credits. So I can click on this confirm and the transaction will take place. So you can see the transaction completed successfully. If I come back here, you will see it's in pending mode. It's taking a little bit time. Soon the transaction will complete and the fund will be transferred to my address and you will have more credit. So the transfer is completed. I can simply come back here, go to the credit section, and here you can see it went up to 97. So we have bought some credit. So you have seen that feature as well. So it looks pretty good. Now I want to show you few interesting things. So now this time I'm going to use this particular account, Raju. So first I'll come back here, click on this, and you can also go to different pages from here. Like you can click this and you can go to the create page from here as well. Let's come back here, and I want to use Raju account. So let me show you what a new user will see when they will come to your application for the very first time. So click on this, go back to the logout, and finally we are logged out from our application. This is what the user will see when they will come to our application for the very first time. So this is the login. If you have your account, you can simply log in, but if you don't have your account, you can simply create. So click on this sign up, and here we are providing 2 options to the user. So what if the user don't have MetaMask installed in their browser and they want to create their account and use our application? So in that case, we are using this create account. So this create account will create the wallet address and private key for the user, which will provide in their profile section. So the user can copy and they can utilize it in their MetaMask wallet. And if the user wants to sign up with the MetaMask, means connect wallet, it's a MetaMask. So they can use the existing wallet in the MetaMask and they can create their account. So we are having the both method. We are providing the both method. First, let's check out the login functionality. After that, we're going to focus on the create. So let's log in with the Raju. So I have this RAJU. This is the email ID which I have used, and I have the password like 12345. Click on this login, and here I'm back into the Raju profile. So if I come back to the profile section, this particular account is also verified. So you can see this particular user have not created any post, any music. If I check the credit, you can see it has 50 credits, so it can create. Now let's try to check the account which has no verification. So I'm going to use this Sally. So let's come back here and log out, and let's this time use Sally and 1 2 3 4 5. Click on this login, and here I'm back into the Sally account. So if I click on this profile, you can see Sally is not verified. If she wants to verify, she can click here, and here she will have this particular option, and this much fund she has to pay to get a verify badge. So I can click on this verify now. It's going to make the transaction, And once the transaction will complete, the fund will be transferred and she will have a verified batch. So just wait, the transaction is still pending, so just wait, the transaction is taking a little bit time. Once the transaction will complete, we'll have our verified batch. And finally the transaction is completed, and here we have our verified batch. So if I come back to my profile, you can see now Sally is a verified profile. So this is how the verification is exactly working. And you can see we don't have the banner and the profile image. So how the user can upload? So here we have this particular option called edit profile. So you can click on this edit profile, it will take them here, and from here they can edit all the details about their profile. So you can see they can upload their avatar, cover picture, display name, biography, and here we have the interesting thing. So here we say check your MetaMask for private key, because this particular user use MetaMask for creating account. So in that case we are not taking the private key, but those who will not use the MetaMask for creating account, they will use the internal function. In that case we go to display the private key here, so they can simply copy and they can neutralize it. They can simply update all of this information. So let's update that. So I'll say that's the name icon, mobile, and let's come back to the descriptions. I'm going to simply copy some dummy text from here, copy and paste here, and don't need to do anything in here. We have this wallet address, and from here I can simply provide. So I can simply come back to the blockchain coder and I can simply provide this one. If I click on the save, the data is saved. Now if you refresh, you can see all this data is stick here. But now we have to simply upload this one. So we have updated all of this basic information about the user, and now they can update their cover avatar and cover photo. And one thing I want to highlight, that this is one time update. So once the user update, they cannot change, because we are keeping this information on the blockchain. So I just want to highlight that. So if I click on this, it will take me here and I can simply change and pick a profile which I want to upload. So I can come back here and let's pick an image. I'm going to use this one, the logo. Here it's saying uploading profile, and once it will upload, it's going to reflect here. So here we got it. I'm using the same logo. I have to pick the cover photo. So I'm going to say here, I have to pick assets, and I'm going to pick a banner. So this time I'm going to select something like this one, this way, and it's going to simply upload. Here we have, so it's updated successfully. Now if you come back home, if you go to the profile, you will see we have the banner and this is the logo, and it's changed in all the places. So this is the mobile, it looks pretty good. If you come back here, you will find the details here as well. So this is the mobile, is also looking good in all the places. It got changed. You can come back here, so you can see it has no credit, so it cannot create an account. So this is the one way of login. Now let's talk about the account creation. So I can go back here in the logout section, go to the sign up, and here we have these two options. What if the user don't have MetaMask and they want to create the account? So they can do it by this option. So we're going to test this, then after that we're going to test this one. So this time I'm going to select call create. Okay, create, and I'm going to say 1 2 3 4 5. I can click on this create account, and here it's going to create an account. So this is the image by default we are displaying, and here we got it back. So if I go back here in the profile, you can see we have all these details. I can go back to the ICO and all, everything looks good. The name is not reflecting here because the user have not updated their name. If you come back to the profile, this is what we have here, the create, no information. If you go to the edit section, and here we have the private key, the wallet we have created with our system. So user can simply copy this one, they can come back in the MetaMask, they can go back here, they can go to this account, import, paste the ad and import, and here they have their account in the MetaMask imported successfully. They got the account imported. So this is how they can import their newly created account. So let me come back to the account number 6, and they can update and they can do the same thing. So this is how they can create their account without using the MetaMask. Now let's simply log out, because this time we're going to use MetaMask for creating the account. So we have logged out, and there is no problem. If you can simply logged out, there is no problem. Still you will have all the data, but if you try to interact with the contract, we need the signer object. So if you click on here, it will open the MetaMask and it will ask for the signer object. So we have to simply provide that, hit enter, and then you're going to have all the details about the contract. You can see it will reflect here. So this is the logic, very important. You have to only interact, you have to only call MetaMask that time when you are interacting with the contract and the blockchain. So looks pretty good. We got it. Looks good. Now let me show you the other way. So simply log out, and this time I'm going to use the MetaMask for creating. So first I have to simply log out, or you can simply do either way, it will work absolutely fine, there is no problem. And each time I'll say wallet gmail.com, password is good 1 2 3 4 5, and this time I'm going to use this. So I'll say connect wallet, is going to open MetaMask. I can give my password, and here I'm connected. Here it says create with MetaMask. Simply click on that and it's going to create your account. Now if you come back here, you will see it's take the same wallet address which I am connected with, and it has created my account. Beautiful. So this is what exactly you're going to build in this complete project. It's really powerful. You can simply like a post, and here you can see all the status changing instantly. I can simply follow one, I can follow all the user, I can follow all the user, and here we have that. I can simply unfollow the wallet and it's gone. Do the same thing. I can simply update this all information. That's all absolutely incredible, and this is 100% mobile responsive as well. So if I show you the mobile part as well, so let me expand this one to show you. So this is how it's going to look on a bigger screen, like 2050. Let's make it a little small. This is how it's going to look on an average dashboard. We have all of that. You can have the slider, you can play. We have this, it will automatically close it down. You can click, it will open. You can go to the next page, you can go to the home page, and you can close it. So we have this expandable. You can go to the little smaller, and this is what you will have. There is no problem. You can simply slide through the top musics which you want to see, listen, and you can go to the different section. Here we have another one. This is the mobile one, and here we have the slider. You can see all the posts. You can simply like this dude, and you can also play, because we are displaying different music player down below in the more device. So you can simply click and you can play. We have this photo navigation. You can simply go and different section. You can see all this looks pretty good. We have this music. So this is how it's going to look, the artist studio page. Right now this particular user has no musics. You can go to the home page, and there you will find all of that. So this is how it's going to look. Absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly you're going to build, because this is one of the powerful application which you have to include in your portfolio if you really want to attract job, and even you want to launch your own like music platform on the blockchains. Like every single thing is dynamic. We're going to follow a complex data structure where we're going to build an algorithm which can find out the most popular music based on the like, and we'll have an open options. This is what we're going to build in the project. Now let's come back to the second part of the video, that what are the tools and technology and assets are required to build this particular project. So all the assets, all the folder file structure and the starter file is already provided to all of you guys. So you can simply come back to the blockchain coder. Here you will find all the resources which you need to build this particular project. So simply go back to the source code section, and here you will find all the project we have built on the channel. So make sure to check one by one that what exactly we have built and covered in previous projects, and that's all you will find. So you can simply type the name of the project, or you can simply do the filtration. So you can simply click on this recent, and this is the project which we're going to build. And I'm going to attach this particular video which I'm recording, and that I will show you every single setups. That's what I'm going to attach here, so you can simply watch anytime. So simply click on this get now. You will come back here, and here you have provided all the resources. So you can simply check. So this is the video. Here you can click and you can get the startup file. So click on that. This will take you to GitHub, and here I have provided you all the folder and file structure, including the SVG file and the images, all the package, and all the instruction is given here, that what exactly you have to have in your system and how you can do the configuration. So that's all is provided to all of you guys. In case if you take the final source code, you can simply click here and get it. Here you can click and you can watch the final source code setup. This is the video which I'm going to attach here. Now let's come back here, and here is the final source code. So once you will buy the final source code, you will give your valuable contribution to my team, so we can bring more tutorial like that and you guys can get help. So let me show you that what exactly setup you have to do once you will get the final source code. Once you will take the final source code, this is the zip file you will get. Make sure to unzip that. So this is the folder which I have unzipped. In that I have this two folder, the final source code and the starter file. And this is what we have to open in our VS Code. So I'm going to simply click on this VS Code, click here, go to the open, then I go my desktop, then I will go upcoming, and here we have this particular one. This is what you will get. So select this one and open it up. So we have this 2 folder. In this music, you will have the entire source code of the complete project, and this is the starter file. In this readme file, all the instructions are given to all of you guys. Now let's come back here, let's close this one. Let's talk about the final source code. So if I open this one, you will see we have bunch of folder and bunch of files. So the very first thing we have is the API. In that you will find that we have built the entire backend system using MongoDB. So this is the controller section. In that you will have the auth controller, comment controller, conversation controller, message controller. We have post, story, and user. All of these API endpoints we're going to build together in the project. So this is the controller. Now we have this middleware. In that we have this error middleware, upload middleware, and verify token, which we're going to build. Then we have this models. We have multiple models. So we have the model for comment, conversation, message, post, story, and user. You can keep as many information as you want. All you have to do is to add this particular variable. This is the model we have. Now we have the router. This is for the authentication, comment, conversation, message, post, story, and user. Then we have the upload. So all the data will test uploading. That's going to be here. It's just for testing purpose. So this is our API folder in which we are controlling the entire backend system. This is the API folder. Now let's come back to the component, the front end part which we're going to design. So in that front end part, we have a lot of components. So this is the comment. In that we have all comment, comment box, comment button, comment component, reply, view, update. So this is the comment component. Then we have the create. All of this component we have for create. Then we have the account. Then we have the explore component. In that we have this too. Then we have the global component. In that we have all of this like artist, contract, credit, exchange, footer, loader, mobile, player, play now, profile menu, send, token ICO. Then we have the header. In that you will have this multiple header as per the responsiveness. Then we have the home. In that we have multiple components. Some of the components are reusable in other section of our application like feed, home, music, avatar, card, music card, posting, post, all of that we have. Then we have the notification component. Then we have the edit profile. Then we have the sidebar. Then we have the sidebar. This is the right sidebar and this is the global sidebar we have. And here you will have all the SVG icons which is provided, which we are utilizing in the project. Don't need to do anything. Here we have this user profile. There you will find all the different components and the profile section we have. Then we have the viral section, and that you will have the viral and the card. And here we are importing all the component and exporting from here and utilizing in our entire application. So this is the component structure we are following here. Then we have the context. So you can see we have this 3 APIs of the contract. So we have the first contract is the ICO contract. The second one is the music NFT contract, and the third one is our ERC20 token. And this ICO music ICO contract is dynamic. So literally you can use any token for creating your ICO. It's not limited to one, but you can create any token and list as an ICO. Here we have the constants. So here we have done all this configuration for fetching all this data. So let me explain you. First we are importing the important modules. Then we are importing the important JSON, important API of our contract, the 3 contract. And here we have this one. So in your case, you have to put your address, because when someone will buy and take your service, the fund will be transferred to this particular wallet address. So when someone's try to verify their account in our platform, they have to pay this much fund. You can charge as per your requirement. And then we have this credit amount. So when someone's try to buy credit for creating music, we are charging this much fund. You can increase this fund or you can decrease. It's totally up to you. So this is a very important section where you have to put your address and you can charge whatever amount you want to charge for verified account and buying credit. So we are done with this. Now comes the contract section. So this is the first contract for our ERC20 token. If you have already deployed your contract or token, all you have to do is to simply provide the address here. This is the ICO contract and its address, and this is our music contract, which is going to keep all the information about the music and the tokens. That's all going to create. So here we have to simply replace the address. So we're going to deploy our contract one by one, and all we're going to do is to simply paste the address here. So this is the address section. You don't need to do any changes here. So right now you can see I'm focusing on the test network like Polygon Anomaly. But if you want to deploy this particular contract to any other network, you can definitely do that very easily. So this is the configuration you have to provide exactly. So all you have to do is to give the name of the network which you want to deploy. You have to get the chain ID which you have to provide here. You have to give the name. So this is the name. You have to give the name and the currency symbol. What is the decimal point? And here you have to provide the RPC endpoint, which I will show you that how you can get this RCP endpoint, and you can simply get the block explorer. So if you are deploying to Binance, you have to get the Binance block explorer. But this is the configuration which I have done for the Polygon Anomaly. This one is for Polygon Mumbai, and this one is for Polygon Mainnet, and this one is for the Binance. Right now I'm focusing and giving this 4 option, but you can configure more network. But I'm going to deploy my contract to this particular one, to this particular test network, because Mumbai is no longer available right now. So we're going to deploy on this one, and that's the configuration I have already done here. So you don't need to do any changes here. Here you can see I'm calling this particular network. So if you want to deploy to Binance, all you have to do is to simply copy this one, and that's what you have to provide here. If you want to deploy to Avalanche, make sure to do the exact configuration, and whatever name you give to your Avalanche, that's the one you have to provide here. But I'm going to do on the Polygon Anomaly. So this is the network configuration which you have to do, and the rest will be fine. You don't need to do anything because everything is dynamic. So this is the fetch contract. You don't need to do it. Here we have the ICO contract, and here we have the fetch. That looks good. So this is the entire constants. If I come back to the context, here you will find that these are the packages we are using. Here we are importing all the module. So we are importing the amount which we're going to charge for credit, verification, honor address, and here we have the functionality and the addresses. Here we have created the create object, so you can call it whatever you want. So like if you want to deploy to Binance, make sure to call it BNB, and here you have to change the network to Binance. It will automatically change in all the places in our application, and the rest will be fine. You don't need to do anything. And here you have to provide your API key for Pinata and secret keys, because we are using Pinata for deploying our data to the IPFS. So here we have this create music NFT. In this you have to provide your API key, which I will show you how you can create, and here you have to provide your secret key. And this particular key which I have created just now, so it will work fine, but in future it will not work because it has a limit. So you have to provide in all the places. So we have 5 to 4 places in our application where you have to provide your API key. So you don't need to do anything in here. I will show you everything. This is for the create sale. Don't need to do anything in here. Here we have the ICO. So that's all the configuration we have done for ICO. And here we have the buy token, so which allowed to us to buy the native ICO token. And this is the configuration we have done. So this is the context configuration. Now let's come back to the contract. Inside the contract we have this 3 contract. One for ICO. That's all we have written, which we're going to write together. Then we have the music. We are using OpenZeppelin, and we have all of this function which we have created. And here we have this ERC20 token we are using and creating with the help of OpenZeppelin. So these are the 3 contracts we're going to build. Come back to the pages. Inside the pages we have multiple pages. So this is the app, and here we have the app.js. Here I have done all the configuration. We are using Toaster. This is our provider. This is the configuration, and here we have all the JavaScript library we are using for animations and slider and all. That's all you will find here. So you don't need to do anything in here. Close this one. Come back to the create. Here we have the create. There you will find all the things. So these are the API call we are making to our backend. Then this is the create post. We are getting all of this data. We are calling to our backend, checking for credit. Then we have all of this. So this is the create post. Now come back to the creator. Here you will find all the information about the single user. We are fetching from our backend, and that's what we are reflecting here. So you don't need to do anything in here. Here we have the index page. So this is the starting point of our application. That's all code we have written here. So you don't need to do any changes here. I'll show you what are the critical changes you have to do to make it your. And here we have the edit profile, where user can simply do the editing. So you can go to this folder. In the same way, you have to provide your API key and secret key. That's what you have to place. I will highlight that. So these are the pages we have in our project. Now come back to the public folder. In that I have given couple of dummy images which we are using in the project. So make sure you can change the images, you can change the logo, but make sure to give the exact name. So you can keep it the exact name, but you can change the image. I hope you guys have understood what exactly you have to do. If you don't like this logo, you can put your logo, but make sure to give the exactly the same name, so it won't create any issue. Again, I will show you that how you can do the editing. So just wait. And here we have the stats. In that you will have all the JavaScript file. So these are the libraries we are using internally. Don't need to worry about it. So this is our library. Close this one. Then come back to the styles. In that we have all the CSS which we are utilizing and we have written. That's a huge file. That's a huge file. We have all the CSS. So you don't need to do anything. Just keep it as it is. So this is the global CSS we have. Close that one. Then we have the YouTube folder. In that you will have this utility function we have created for converting time and shorten address. And we have this config file. Here you have to provide this MongoDB URL. In the final source code, I'm going to provide you my MongoDB URL, but you have to replace with your. So these are the important credentials. All you have to do is to simply replace your MongoDB. If you come back to the index file, so this is our backend API and it's also started our frontend. So we have done all the configuration. We are starting the server and the backend together. So you can see it's worked good. Here we have the Next.js configuration. You don't need to do anything in here. Here we have the package.json file, which you can see. These are the packages we are utilizing, form spare, everything. So you can check from your end. So this is the folder and file structure of our final source code of this music dApp. Now let me show you what exactly you have to do for the very first time when you will get the source code. So first thing, you have to have the code, open up your VS Code. Now to run the application, there are a couple of requirements you need to have in your system so it will work smoothly. And the best part of this particular project is that it will work fine in the old Node version or in the latest Node version. So if you have the latest Node version, there's no problem. You can run very smoothly. But if you have the old Node version like 18.12, it's going to have a little bit issue with the MongoDB driver. So there is no problem in the code, but it's going to create a little bit problem. Sometime it will disconnect because the MongoDB driver is latest updated. So you can use this one or you can use old one. It will work both fine because I have tested in both the Node version. So in this one, you can see I'm using the old Node version. I'm using the old Node version like 18, but it will also work with the latest version. So if I check npm version, it's fine. So these are the version, old version. It will work with this also, or it will work with this one also. So this is the first requirement. So once you're done with that, once you check your Node version, now you can simply clear your terminal. Now we have a couple of requirements. So the first thing, we have to create our account to IPFS and we have to create our MongoDB server. So before we create, let's actually run this one because this is the final source code you will get. And this contract you can see which is already deployed on Polygon test network. So you can simply run and you can simply have all the data which is reflecting, which you have seen in the demo. So once you get that, make sure check your requirement, then simply install all the packages. So now we have to install all of these packages. So make sure to get into this particular folder. So type cd music, hit enter. So now we are into this particular folder and now we have to install all of these packages. So I'll type npm I, hit enter. It's going to install all the packages. You can see it's giving us some warning. Don't need to worry about it. So you can simply ignore that. This process will take a little bit time. Once the installation will complete, we are ready to start our application. So just wait. And finally, the installation is completed. The one thing I would suggest you that once you get the final source code, try to install and run the project without making any changes. Because this is all the key which I have provided, all the backend server which I have provided the URL, it's recently created. So it will work absolutely fine. Maybe it can give you an error after 6 months or 7 months when the limit is over. Because right now the key which I have included in the project, it can take less than 1000 requests. After that, it will be expired. I have to upgrade my account. So make sure to test if it's working fine. Otherwise, you can simply create your API key, which I will show you how you can do that, and you have to replace it. So it's looking fine. Now I can simply type npm run and dev. Hit enter. It's going to start the application on localhost 3000. You can see everything is looking fine. Our backend server is also looking fine. We got our node modules, and here we got this next file. Now it looks good. Now come back to the browser, come here and click on this localhost 3000, localhost 3000, and here our application is started. It's beautiful. We got it, and you will get exactly the same thing. There will be more data because a lot of you going to take it and you're going to create a couple of free NFT music on this. So there will be a lot of data here. It looks good. You can simply go log out, and I can simply log in with Daulat, and I can say 1 2 3 4 5 and log in. And here I'm back into the application. So everything is looking pretty good. You can select any music and you can start playing. So you can see things are look good. The code is working fine. So this is the exact thing you have to follow once you download the source code. Now let me do all the changes and explain you how you can do the changes. So simply first stop the application from running, close this one, and come back here in the config file. Now we have to get our MongoDB URL and the password. So this is what we have to provide. We have to create our MongoDB database. So let's come back here. I'm going to click here in a new type MongoDB. Make sure you have your account up and running. I can click on that. MongoDB is such a great platform which allows you to build a scalable application, and it has a lot of demand in the industry. So if you master this, it will teach you every single thing and you will have a lot of demand. So simply create your account. I already have my account, so I can click on the sign in. I can click on this Google, and here I have. So I have to pick this one. And here I'm back into my dashboard. I can click on this, and here I will find all the project which I have created. So this is the one in which I have all the data of this application. So simply click on this social media, and there you will find the entire collection, the entire data we have uploaded to MongoDB, including the information. So click on this browse collection. I'll show you every single thing. Just wait. How you can create a new repo. So there is all the data we have of our application. So right now we have 6 comment. If you look at the conversation, we have empty, message empty, we have post. So we have created a lot of post, 7 posts. And if you check the stories in that and the user, we have all of this. All the data we have created, you can see we are hashing the password and then we are storing in our database. So that's all you will find here, all the data. So this is my existing data. How you can create your own. So when you will come back to your dashboard, you will have a similar interface like that. You can simply view all project, and there you will find all the project which you have viewed, and from here you can simply create a new one. So simply click on this new project. Make sure to give whatever name you want. So I'll say blockchain music dApp. Make sure to remember the name and save it somewhere. So I'll simply copy that one, and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to keep it here, all the detail, otherwise I will not lost. This is the name. You have to do exactly the same thing. Simply click on this next. It's going to ask you for the ownership. Make sure to keep it as it is. You can add the member, just leave it. Create, click on this create project, and it's going to create a project for you. Just wait. So here it created a project. Now you can simply click on this create cluster, and here you will have a multiple options. So you can create a paid one, you can create a serverless, or you can create a free one. So I will go with the free one, which is enough for this project. Click on this free one. You can call whatever you want. You can select the location. I will go with the default provider. Here you will have a multiple data location, but I am from India, so I will select my, but you can select as for your country. So I'll go for India, and I can simply click on this create deployment. It will take you here, and here it will give you the username and the password. You can change that. So I want to change the password, so I can type something like music. This is the password I want to give. Make sure to copy again. Make sure to copy that. Copy the username. I'll come back here. I'll say name, paste here, and I can take the password, which is this one. I can come back here. I'll say password, paste here. So these are the two important information you have taken. Connection method. You can simply remove this one, close it, and here we are getting this notification. So we got these two important data for our database accessibility. So you can simply come back here in the network access, and here you can go to the edit, and here you have to change your IP. So I can click on this allow access from anywhere. If you go with the specific IP address, so only that particular IP address can have the access of the database, no other IP addresses. So make sure to click on this so you can access the database from anywhere or any location. That's the one thing you have to do, and click on this confirm. And you have to wait. This process takes like 20 seconds to update the data in the database, and finally it's active. So these are the necessary steps you have to do. Once you're done with that, now you have to come back to here, call the database. You will come here, and from here you can able to monitor the entire activities are taking place in the backend server, and you can able to monitor the entire data. So if you want to check the data, that's all you will find in the collection, and you can also find multiple way to connect. So click on this connect. Here you will have multiple options. So that's what we have. Now here we have to provide the database credential. So you can do the very first time the way we have generated the username and the password, or you can create in this way. So I'm showing you both the way. So let's do one thing. Let's get the database. I can go, the username is going to be this, and I have to give the password to be like this. This is what I have. Got it? Now I can click on this create database user. Here I got it. Now I can click on this choose connection method, and here I have multiple methods which I can use to connect with the database. So I can go with this driver. So click on this driver. You can see they have given the necessary requirement which you need to have. This is what we have, and all you have to do is to simply get your string. So this is simply copy it, and that's what you have to provide here. So I'll come back here. I'm going to simply replicate this, and I'm going to simply comment this portion, and I'm going to comment this one as well, and here I have to simply replace that. Paste here. I done it. Now what I have to do is I have to simply provide the passwords. You can see this password is required here. This password is required here. So I have to simply get the password which I have created, and that's what I'm going to simply provide here. So this is the password for our cluster. Looks good. That's the only change you have to do. If you want to change this, you can do that, because we're going to use this string for creating the token which allow us to do the configuration when it's come to login and log out. So the bigger it is, it's going to look, but the minimum requirement is 32 character. Make sure to keep it above that. And this is the expiry which we're going to talk about in detail in the project. So this is how you can get your string. You got it? Looks fine. And that's the only thing you have to do. Simply click on done. So this is the first thing. If you click on this browser, right now we don't have any data here. It's empty. So this is the very first thing you have to do. You have to get your MongoDB URL and the password, and that's what you have to configure. Once you're done with that, now let's come to the second thing. So that's what I have mentioned here. Here we have a couple of things. So you have to get, we have got your database URL and password. Then we need the IPFS key and secret key. So come back, open up a new type Pinata Cloud. This is a very powerful platform which allow you to use IPFS for free. Most of the providers are charging money, but Pinata is free. So make sure to create your account. I already have my account, so I can click on this login. Here you are. Make sure to connect with the application. So I already have my account, so I'll say, so I'm back into my Pinata dashboard, and there you will find all the files which I have uploaded recently in my history. All you have to do is to simply come back to the API key, and there you have to create your own API key. So right now you can see that I have multiple API. So to create one, all you have to do is to simply click on this new key. Here you can call whatever you want. So I can call it, let's say, chain music. You can call whatever you want. Make sure to have a admin level access, because they give you bunch of feature, but the one which we want to use is the file and the metadata, or you can simply use the other one as well. And here you can set the limit. So the maximum document you can upload in a free API key and secret key is 1000. After that, this API key will not work. If you want to upgrade, you can upgrade, and you can use the premium version, but 1000 is enough for uploading 1000 document. Now you can click on this generate API key, and it's going to generate the API key for you. So this is the API key. They will give you a bunch of options. You can use JWT if you want to configure in the backend, but we want to do the front end configuration, so we're going to take this API key and secret key. So simply copy this one, come back here, and that's what we're going to keep it here. We'll say API key and paste here. So I'm going to simply paste it here, and same thing we have to do with the secret key. So I'm going to simply copy this one, and I can come back here and paste here. So these are the two key we got it. So once you get your, that's the only thing. Now you can close this one. So the two requirement is complete: MongoDB URL and Pinata API key and secret key. Now comes the third thing, we have to deploy our contract, which you can see if I come back here in the context, there we have to provide all of these 3 addresses of different contracts. So we have to deploy the contract. So let's come and deploy one by one. So we're going to use remix ID for that. You can use hardhead, but I like to use remix ID. So here I have remix ID open. Now we're going to deploy one by one all of this contract. So we have all of this contract which we have to deploy. So the very first contract we're going to deploy is this music one. We have called music NFT. So simply copy this entire contract and come back here. Go to the contract section, or you can create a new file, but I'm going to use the existing file. So let's create a new one and call this one music.soul, and I'm going to simply paste the entire contract here. Simply ignore this one, click on OK. It simply says that you should not copy and use the contract. You have to always test before you actually deploy. Copy and OK. So this is the entire contract. We have no issue. It's compiled successfully. Everything looks pretty good. So we have no issue. Now come back here and you have to change the network. So if you click on this MetaMask injected provider, it will automatically connect with the network which you have in your MetaMask wallet. So before we actually deploy the contract, let me show you how you can configure this particular network in your MetaMask. So you can see I have this network called Polygon Anomaly, and how you can configure that in your MetaMask. So I'm going to do that. So first thing, I will simply change the network and I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete this network, so you can follow the exact step. Delete. So this network is no longer available in our MetaMask, so we have to simply add that one. So come back here, type Polygon Anomaly MetaMask. That's what you have to type. You will get this very first link. Click on this and it will take you here, and it will give you all this instruction which you have to follow, and you have to provide the exact information. So open up your MetaMask, go to this add network. It will open in the new tab. Here you will find list of all the network, but right now you can't find that Polygon Anomaly. So you can click on add manually. You can come back to the network section, and here you will find all the network which you have connected in the past and all the network which you will add. That's all you will find here. So this one is for the base. I'm going to add a new network. So click on this add network, and here I will click on this add a network manually, and here I have to provide the details one by one. So come back here. First thing is the name. So I'm going to simply copy this one, and that's what I have to simply provide here. I would just like to keep it small. Polygon Amoy, and I have to get the RPC endpoint, which is very important. You have to get the exact one. You can simply come here and you can simply paste here. There are multiple providers from where you can get the RPC endpoint. Like the most common one which I use personally is this one. This is a really powerful platform which give you RPC endpoint for multiple blockchain. There you will find all the list of blockchain which you can simply click and get the RPC endpoint. Like if you want to deploy to Binance, Ethereum, Phantom, Arbitrum, that's all you can get. I'm looking for a Polygon, so I can click on this, and there you will find that here we have the mainnet, here we have the testnet. So I'm going with the testnet. So simply click on this, copy, and that's also you can provide here. But I will get this default one which is provided by Polygon. So once you provide that, now you can come back here. You have to get the chain ID, and that's what you have to provide here, chain ID. You can go to the currency. So in the currency, I'm going to use METI. There is no problem. And we have here, and we have the next one is the Explorer, and this is the Explorer. Paste here. And this is the exact configuration we have provided in the network configuration. So if I take you back here in the constants, in the constants, go to the constants, and here you will find the network configuration we have done. This is the exact information we have provided here. So I'm using the same Polygon provider, or you can use any other provider. Got it? Now, once you're done with that, click on save. Once you click on save, it will add in your MetaMask. So click on this switch to Polygon. You can definitely do that. And I have switched to the network, and I already have this much fund. Make sure you have to get couple of fund in your account which you want to use for deploying the contract. So to get it, you can come back here and type Polygon, simply Polygon Anomaly Faucet. click on the very first link. This will take you to Acmeli, and if you want to use Acmeli for getting free faucet, then you have to have some real value, like this much real value in your wallet address, then you can claim for a free faucet. So in that case I don't have, because this is my test wallet, so I have to use other one, and I'm going to use this Polygon faucet. So click on this one and it will take you to the Polygon faucet.polygon technology, and this will give you the faucet for free. You don't need to have some real value. So make sure you have to connect with the Discord server and you have to join the Discord group. Once you do that, they will verify as a member and then you can simply claim it. So click on this connect Discord to get token, and it will reload. It will take me here. Click on this authorize and it will redirect me back to the same place where I came from, and I'm here. And I'm getting this option called submit because I have already joined their Discord server. So when you are joining their Discord server for the very first time, you have to do in 2 steps. First, you have to authorize, and second, you have to confirm and join their group. Once you join their group, you will be redirected here. So simply change the network. So I will go with this one. I have to save the token. I have to get the wallet address in which I want to get the fund. So I'll simply go back to the first account because in this I don't have copy, and let's paste here and click on this submit. It's going to transfer this 0.2 MATI in my wallet address. Let's see. This process will take a little bit time and it's going to transfer the MATI, and finally the transaction is completed. You can check, or you can simply come back here and you can see this went up to 2. So I got some MATI which is enough for testing the contract. So this is the first step and this is how you can get the token. Now let me close all of this tab. We got that. Now come back here. So we got this network up and running. Make sure to switch back to the same network which you want to deploy. I'm going to use the Polygon. Once you're done with that, make sure to connect with the injector provider. It's reflecting here. This is the account which I'm using. I have to use this one. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this one, account number 6, and the balance will reflect here. Just wait. It says no ether. Let's see what happened exactly. I have switched my account and finally it's fetching the balance. Just wait, give some moment, or sometime you have to reload the browser. Simply reload the browser. Once you reload, click on this contract. Now we have to go back to the music, click on this, change the injected provider, and now here we have the balance reflecting here. So this is the contract which I want to deploy. So click on this. Here we have bunch of this which you don't need to worry about it because we are using the OpenZipLink library which has bunch of contract, but we have to deploy our contract. So simply click on this deploy, and it's going to call to MetaMask, and you have to simply confirm the transaction. So just wait, simply click on confirm, and the transaction is taking place. Let me bring it up, open up MetaMask so you can see the transaction is in pending mode. Once the transaction will complete, it will give you the address here. So just a moment, and finally we got our contracts. Our contract is successfully deployed, and here we have the entire functionality we have added. So you can literally interact with your contract right from here. This is the power of Remix ID, but we are interested in the address. So simply copy this one, come back here, and you have to replace. So this one is for the token, this one is for the ICO, and this is for the music NFT. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to simply duplicate it, and I'll say this one to be old, so you guys can refer. I'm just keeping it for all of you guys, and here I have to simply change it. I'll say new, and here I'm going to replace it. So this is the new address, and in case if you do any changes in your contract, like you can see we have bunch of this contract, and if you make any changes you have to provide the updated API. So the API which I have provided here is as per this particular contract which I have deployed, but if you make any changes you have to get the updated API. So the question is how you can get that updated API. We have deployed just now. All you have to do is to come back here, and you have this artifact. Inside that you will have the updated API of this particular contract which you have just now deployed. So here you have to search for the name. So I'll come back here and let me scroll down here. Here we have this. You can see this is the exact name we have called music NFT, and this is what we need. So simply select this one, copy this entire API, and that's what you have to provide here. Music NFT. Select, replace and do this. And you have to do only this when you are making any changes in the contract. If you're not making any changes in the contract, then you can keep the same API. There's no problem. So we have deployed our very first contract. Now we have to deploy our token and this. And this particular contract which we have written for the ICO, it is dynamic. It will work for any token. So this is the ERC20 interface we have. Here we have the important variables. This is the only. This is the construction. And here we have this update token. So once we deploy this particular contract, we have to simply provide the address which we want to use as an ICO. And that's what we have to provide here. And here we have this particular function which we have to use it for setting the price, that how much we're going to charge for price of each token. So these are the two functions we have to call after deploying. This looks good. So this is the ICO contract. Simply close this one. Now come back to the token, ERC20 token. So I already have my token. So if I come back here in the dApp, if I open my MetaMask, if I come back to the token, you can see I already have this token. I can use this existing token in my ICO, or I can go with this new token. So let's go with the new token. But if you already have your token, you can use the address of that. That will work fine, absolutely. Okay, so I will do simply copy this one. Now I'm come back here and I'm simply close this one. So let's bring this a little bit here, close this one, and this is the one we have. I'm going to simply use the exactly the same one. So because if I look at here, I'm going to simply paste the token and let's call this time body. This is the contract name. Let's call the name and let's change the symbol as well. So I'll call it TB, but you have to give your name and this much supply I want to add to my token, like close to 10. If you want to check the supply, you can come back here and you can use this way converter. So you can click on that and here you can define that how much supply you want to have your token. So I want to go something with very big, like this much supply I want to have to my token. So make sure you have to provide this way you want, not this one. And that's what you can simply provide here. So this much supply I want to have my token. Looks good. Now I'm ready to deploy the contract. So come back here. I'm going to use my same address which I'm connected with and I have to deploy. So this is the only contract which I want to deploy. Simply click on this deploy and it's going to make the call to my MetaMask. So let me close this one and just wait. Here we have the MetaMask. I'm deploying the token. I can simply click on this confirm and the transaction will take place. So click on this. The transaction is happening. It's in the pending mode. So once the transaction will complete, it's going to give me the interface and transaction is completed. And here we have this one. So I'm going to simply copy this, copy the address, come back here, close this one, and this is the address, the old one. So let me call this OLD old, and I'm going to replicate this one and I'm going to simply comment this one. Make sure you can change the name, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just leave it on you guys. I'm just changing the address. Got it? So this is the address, newly address which I have deployed. So I'm just pausing the video because Azan is happening. So this is our token contract. So let's import this particular token in our MetaMask. Simply copy this one, come back here, click on this, come back to the token section, and here we have this option called import token. Simply paste the address and click on this next, import, and there you will find the token will reflect here. So just wait. Sometime it takes a little bit time to import the token, but it's taking a little longer. So let me reload the page and let's see what happened exactly. So this is what we have. Now again click on this token and the token is deployed successfully. Let's come back here one more time. This is the old address and this is the new one. Simply copy, and here we have this one contract address. We are connected with the same network. Click on this. There is not available this network yet. Please import the token. So click on this. Would you like to import this token? Import. Right now this information is not reflecting here, but you can do one thing. You can come back to the block explorer. So we'll say, and you can come back here, this one, and there you will find that you can simply search for the address, paste here, hit enter, and you will see that this is the token name we have given and this is the symbol. So our token is deployed successfully. And if you look at the owner who hold this token, so this is the address, you can see creator. If you click on that, you can able to find the token we hold. So this is the supply TBC and this much supply we have. I don't know why it's not reflecting here, but sometimes it's take a little bit time. Right now it's not reflecting, but later it will deflate. So this is the first thing. We have deployed our contract successfully, both the contract like the token contract and the music contract. Now we have to deploy our ICO. So come back here in the contract ICO and we have to simply copy this one. So it's called music ICO. Simply copy this entire contract. You have to do exactly the same thing. So come back here and this time I'm going to use this test one and I'm going to simply remove and paste here. Click on OK. So our contract compiled successfully. So there is no issue in that. Let's change the network to injected provider, so it will connect with our MetaMask with that wallet, and here we are connected and this is the contract. So we have bunch of, but I want to deploy this one, and again I'm not making any changes. If you make any changes, make sure to provide the updated API. So all I have to do is to simply deploy the contract. So I'll click on this deploy and it's going to call the MetaMask. There it is. Click on this confirm and the transaction is happening. So just wait. Once the transaction will complete, here you will find the interface. So we got our address and all the feature. Now here we have to initialize two things. We have to call this particular function update token and we have to call set price. So these are the two functions we have to call and update it right from MetaMask. So what I will do, I'll simply copy the address, come back here, close this one, come back here, and this is the old one. So I'll say old. I'm going to simply replicate this one, comment this, and I'm going to paste this one, new address. So this is our ICO contract. So here we have the two token. This is the old one and this is the new one. You can use this one or you can use this one, but somehow our token is not reflecting here in the MetaMask. This is the old one, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, there's no difference between the old and new. So I'm going to take the address which I have already imported in my MetaMask. It's right up here. Now what I have to do is I'm going to simply copy this address and I have to initialize here. So here we have this particular function and paste here, and literally you can call this particular function and provide a new address which will update, because we have this particular function for updating the address and the price. So you can update it anytime. So I'm going to use this particular token. So let's call this particular function called update token. Click on this and it's going to call our contract function and it's going to register the transaction on the blockchain. So just wait, click on confirm, and once the transaction will complete, after that we have to set the token price which we want to charge for selling. So here the transaction is completed. Now we have to set the token price. So here we have to pass the price in terms of way. So we can use this particular calculator. So I'm going to remove this one and I'm going to remove this one. So I'm going to charge something very less, like say 0.00005. I don't want to charge much, so I will just simply copy this one, come back here, and that's what I have to provide here, and I can simply call this transaction. Here we have, I can simply confirm and the transaction will take place and it will update the price of our token. So just wait, and finally the price is updated. If you want, we have particular function, so you can simply call this one. This much is the token price. You can check the token address, you can check the token sold, currently it's 0. You can check the owner, this is the address is owner. You can check the token details, and we have all of these details. Right now there is no token available for sale, so we have to transfer the token to this particular contract for sell. So I'm going to take the contract address, copy the address, come back to the MetaMask, and I'm going to transfer this particular token. So make sure to click on this send, and I'll simply pass the address of our ICO, and here we have, and I want to transfer close to, let's say 100, not much, 100. Okay, you can transfer as many tokens as you want. So I can simply click on this next, and it is going to make the transaction. So click on confirm. Once the transaction will complete, you will see that this TBC token will be available in our ICO contract, and now the user can ready to buy. So the transaction is completed. Now if you come back here, you can see it's 0, call get details, and this is went up. So right now we have 100 token. If you can copy and you can come back to the converter, you can simply remove and paste here. You can see 100. So 100 token is available. So all the things are set. Now we can start our application and start testing all the contract which we have deployed, everything and all. So this is how the contract is deployed successfully. Now we can simply close this one, close this one. Now we have to simply update the data, means IPFS key and secret key. So first update we have to do in our context. So come back here in the context. There you will have this particular function called create NFT. So here we have to update the 2 keys. So we already have the key. So I'm going to simply give this /dot so it will not close. Come back here and I have to get the key, copy, and that's what I have to provide. You have to only replace the keys, don't replace the content type, because we are using different content type. We are using JSON and we are using file. So you have to replace only key, copy and paste here. Done. So this is the first changes you have to do here in the context. Once you're done with that, looks pretty good. Now you have to simply we can do one thing. We are done with that one. Now we can come back to the create. So come back to the pages, go back to the create, and here we have the functions which allow us to create the and upload the file. So we have to go into the component. Inside the component we have this create and we have this 2 components. So we have this music upload. There we have to also provide. So we have to provide this keys. So this is the secret key, the new one, and we have the, so this is the new one and this is the changes. So this is the one we updated, we have done. Simply copy this one. You can simply copy this one. You can see this is the one we have. Now you can close this one. You can close this one. Now we have to come back here in the upload list, or we can say cover image. And here we have to simply select this one and paste. Okay, make sure to copy this too, and that's the only thing you have to replace, not this content type. So we have uploaded the images and the audio upload file. Now we have to do the changes in the edit. Okay, means profile update. So for that we have to come back here in the profile edit. Inside that we have this one, and here we have the function. So there we have to do the update. So simply select this one and paste the keys, new keys. And we have one more here. Simply select this one and paste here. So altogether we have to replace in the 5 places, because in 5 places we are uploading it. Now we are done with all the setups which you have to do, replacing all the key. Now we can start testing our application. Now you can open this terminal, make sure to get into the particular folder. So let's cd ... we are into the main directory. In this main directory, now we have to get into this particular folder. I hope you guys haven't forgot that. So type cd music. Now we have to simply install the packages. We have already done it, so you don't need to do the reinstallation. All you have to do is to simply type npm run dev, and here we have our application running, and here we got some sort of error. You can see still we are facing the same issue. Let's do one thing. Let's try to come here and let's try to create a new project. So here we have list of all the projects. I can simply come back here and I can see the database which I have created. So this is the one which I have created. I'm going to simply delete this one. I'll call leave it, and it looks fine. Now what I can do is I can simply click on this new project and let's create one more time. So I'll say, for simplicity, let's give me a small Hussain. Hussain. I don't want to provide anything. Click on this next, and this will have the access. Click on this. Once it will done, I have to create a user, so just wait, and here it will redirect. So I'm back here. Now what I'm going to do is I have to create a connection. So here I have created that project. I'm selected that one. Let's click on this database. There you will have this option called build. So click on this build a cluster, and here you have to select. So I'm going to select the free version. I'm going to keep the same. Click on this create, and here it's going to ask me a few things. So click all of that, and I guess I have selected all the cars. Yes, now it's creating a project for me. So this is the username and this is the password, so you can literally change. So I'm going to click as a Hussain for simplicity, copy that, come back here, bring it down, and I'm going to simply paste here Hussain, and that's the password I have. Now I can click on this create database user. Here I have created successfully. Now I can click on the connection method. I will go to this, and there I have this one. You can see I got this name here, password here. So all I have to do is to simply copy this one, and that's what I have to provide here. We done exactly the same thing, so I'm going to simply paste here and reflex here. So this is the database URL and this is the host name. These are fine. Now I can simply open it up. I'm going to stop the application, type npm run dev, and it's going to start the application. And here you can see, so earlier we have not done the configuration properly, that's why it went wrong, but now it's working fine. You can see our database is successfully connected and our application is started. Now you can come back here, click on this localhost, and here the application is running absolutely fine. There it is. You can see I'm already logged in because I have the previous data available. So I can simply click on this logout, and now we have no user here. So if you come back to the MongoDB, go back to the, first I have to do one thing. I have to change my network configuration. So make sure to have the global access. So this is the important change you have to do. Then you can able to fetch the information. And you heard the noise because this is the notification I have set in my database that whenever any changes will take place, it will notify me with the email. So here it's got active. If I come back to the database, right now you will find there is no data available. There is absolutely empty here. Here you will find all of that because we have started our server. So it will automatically create all this folder. So there is no user, empty, no post, no messages, nothing is here. No data is available here. Now you can come back here. This is how it will look. Let's try to register. So I can click on this and I want to create an account. So I'm going to use the MetaMask because you guys have already seen this. So I'm going to use this account. So I'll say, let's say Daulat.com, password, click on this connect with wallet, and it's going to create my account. And here we have. So we have successfully created our account. You can see it looks fine. If you come back to the database, you will see a user is reflecting here. So these are the information we have stored. The name is empty, bio is empty, Insta, Twitter, all of this is empty. So I can simply come back here. I can update my profile. So I can come back to the profile section, go to the edit it, and here I can give the name. So I'll say Daulat Hussain. I can pick up bio. So I can come back here and I can simply take this dummy text from here, and that's what I can provide in the bio. I can keep it as it is. Now you can do not do anything. I have to get the URL, so I can come back here and copy this URL, and that's what I can provide here. Here you can make sure you have to provide your Twitter URL and Instagram, or if you want to follow me, you can simply click here and you can simply, now I can simply click on this update, and here the data is updated successfully. That looks good. All the data is updated successfully. If you come back to the database, you can see, click on this refresh, and you will find the data will reflect here. So all the data we have updated, like bio, name, that's all reflecting here. The password is in hash form. Now I can come back here and let's update the image. So I can click on this. I can go back to the downloads. Here we have the image, not download, document, and here I have the image. I'm going to select that one, and here it's going to upload. So this upload is happening to my new API which we have provided. Let's do the same thing for the cover. So I can come back to the download. Here we have this one, go back to the Pinata. Here we have the assets, and I have to select a proper banner. So I'm going to select this one. Now it's going to upload, and here we have successfully uploaded our document. Here it is. Now you can click here. You can see, you can click here and you can click on this ICO token. You can able to find the details like 100 token available, this much fund I have, this is the price. That's good. Close this one. If I come back here, this is the one we have. You can able to transfer the fund to any address. Now if you come back here, this is decentralized exchange, is working absolutely great. Here we have the music. It's also great because right now we don't have any music, that's why it's reflecting undefined and unlimited data. You can click here. Here you is only one user. You can come back here and let's try to buy credit because this has no credit, so we cannot able to create. If I close this one and if I take you to the create page, you will see this pop-up will open. So let's try to buy credit. Click on this and it's going to open the MetaMask, and here I have to simply click on this confirm and the transaction will take place. Just wait, and here it's buying. So the process takes a little bit time, so just wait. And we have successfully bought the credit. So if I click on this, go back to the credit, you can see we have 50 credit. Now I can able to create the music. So you click on that, select the music, go back to here, select the music, and it's loading. Just wait. Now the process is taking a little bit time. Once the upload of the song will complete, it's going to reflect here, so just wait. So it's uploaded successfully. You can simply play. Let's upload the cover image. I'm going to select this one, assets, and this is what we have. Upload, and we have uploaded. Let's say the coders, and you can give a description whatever you want. So I'm going to get the description, paste here, and we have this. Click on create. Just wait. Now we have this. Simply click on this confirm and it's going to create our first music NFT here. And once the transaction will complete, it will reflect and reload the page. And finally the transaction is completed. You can see the music is reflecting here. You can come back here in the home and this is the music we have. You can simply select and you can play. You can like, you can put a comment, thanks, post, the comment will reflect. You can like it, you can give another comment, come back here, you can give another comment, say thanks Daulat, you can call it, and post, and here we have, and you can like it as well, or you can delete it. It's totally up to you. So it looks pretty beautiful. You can click and you can visit the profile of the user who created this one. I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we have built. Everything is looking absolutely perfect. You can able to buy the token. That's all is looking great. So the only changes you have to do is here. You have to provide your address which you are using for deploying the contract, because there you're going to receive all the fund whenever someone will buy your verify account or get some credit. So let's try to verify the account as well. So I can click here and I can click on this verify. If I click on that, it's going to make the transaction, and here I have to say let's confirm. Once it will confirm, and here you can see we got this batch. Back here, there it is, we have the batch. If you click on this, that's gone, and all the information we have updated successfully in our database. So looks good. All the data is filled. It's went down to 1. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly we're going to build in the project. It's absolutely really powerful project which you can include in your portfolio. The only changes you have to do right up here in terms of pricing and your address, and the same address you have to use which you are using for deploying your contract. And this particular contract is a dynamic one, so you can literally use any token, and you can update token and you can update price. Everything's good. So that's the only thing. This is what exactly you will get in the final source code, and you have to do exactly the same thing which I have explained here in this entire setup video. So if you come back here, you can come back to the blockchain coder. There you will find the complete source code of the project, and you will get the starter file. This is the video which I'm going to attach here, so you can watch. You can simply get the starter file and start following the project when I'm going to publish or you can take the final source code, speed up your development. And one more thing I want to tell you, I have launched this particular course. A lot of students have loved this one. So you can see we have a lot of students enrolled in this. In this, you will learn complete blockchain development from beginner to advanced. You're going to master Solidity programming language. You're going to master necessary tools. You're going to build one of the biggest and complex smart contract NFT marketplace, which contain multiple contracts. You're going to have a couple of crash courses. So it's a 40+ hour long course. So make sure to check this one. And again, the starter file is given right up here so you can simply download. There you will also find all the instruction which you can simply follow. Watch the setup video, final source code, everything is given here. So with that, I'm ending this video. If you have any question, any suggestion, do let me know in the comment section. That definitely I'm going to include in this, so we can start building this soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.